Dun 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 dun. The shackles have been freed, yo. Dun 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 dun. Bro, wait. 121 people? And I'm late? Wait, bro. Oh, this is gonna be a final Saga Oda chapter. We just started. There's already 121 people here. That's how I know it's a final Saga Oda chapter. And I'm late. I'm late by like 2 days. Which I apologize, y'all. It was final exams week. We finished them things. Syndratic, thank you so much for the membership, dog. I know you. It's been dodging you for long enough, yo. Hold on, let me find the camera here. Ladies and gentlemen, your boy is back. Look at the lighting in the room. Hold on. Is it because LeBron is playing? I got some new light in this thing? Wait. It's gotta be because LeBron is playing. Oh, let me put this right here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is so good to see y'all. Lakers in 6, AR-15, King James and AD going wild. Vortex, keep me updated on the game, man. I'm going to turn on the game after I finish the chapter. But keep me updated, because I got the same prediction. Lakers in 6. King James, baby. But ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, is my audio good? Before I go in, man, I've been holding this in for like a week. And I didn't even know there was going to be a chapter this week. It was like, man, like I was told spoilers were out. I'm like, I don't even remember. It was like Monday, Tuesday, something like that. And then, but I was expecting the chapter to drop next week. So it caught me off guard. I am spoiler-free, Spirit GD. I'm spoiler-free. I can't wait to read this chapter. Audio good. Audio's good. Let's go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Well, actually, while I do my intro, let me end this poll. We've been told like a million times. I was told 2 separate things this week. So, let me ask y'all, as I always do. All right, new poll. Skip title this week or not? I will get to the supers after the chapter. But ladies and gentlemen, the shackles have been freed. At least for 2 weeks, because in 2 weeks I return back to I'm taking summer classes, so we're back in 2 weeks. But for these next 2 weeks, all the shackles have been freed, baby. And I am so ready to watch the anime again, man. That is the thing I'm most excited for, is to get back to watching the anime again. I haven't watched an episode of the One Piece anime since it went on that 3-week break, I think. I think that was the last time I watched an episode of the anime. So, I can't wait for that. But before we get into the anime, a surprise chapter drop this week in the middle of NBA playoff season. You know, I thought Golden State was going to finish it off tonight, but Sacramento said no. De'Aaron Fox put his foot on the brake and said, not tonight, son. You're going to have to beat me in my house. In the same way that this man Blackbeard and Trafalgar D. Waterlaw were throwing down. And Blackbeard had to put his foot down and be like, you ain't beating me in my house. You know what I mean? And so I was like, wait, what in all of the Flagnards is going to be following the Shanks chapter, a Garp chapter, and then a Kuzan chapter? What could follow up that? And so I'm sitting here today in front of all of you guys, ready to read the latest installment in the best-selling manga in history. Nearly the second best-selling comic of all time. We are here today to hopefully get another straw, another hat, because I want to see Luffy again, bro. I have no idea. I want to see Luffy again, but at the same time, I want to see, like, something crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, I want to see the king. I really, really do. And it's like, I don't know, man. But if we see Shanks again, if we see Blackbeard, if we continue this Kuzan thing, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's Final Saga Oda. For all I know, this chapter could be anything. So, Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today to read the one and the only, that greatness, not in Onigashima, not in Wano, not in Whole Cake, not in Reverie. We are here for Egghead Island in One Piece. Yo, let's go, dude. Well, let me look at the poll. Oh, we're not skipping the title this week. Perfect. I don't have to sweat. All right. Yo, skipping the title the past couple of weeks has been a sweat fest, man. I feel like an Apex Legends Predator. Apex Predator, who is on using the computer. You know, they'll be on mouse and keyboard and flipping, going up and like somewhere. They're too sweaty for me, man. They're too sweaty. So that's what I felt like this week. Hey, and if you're one of those Apex Legends sweats, teach your boy how to play. Teach your boy how to play, alright? I'm trying to learn. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into this greatness. It's time for the GOAT. It's time for the Zenith. What? Is my laptop dead? Well, now we gotta wait for my laptop to boot up. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great day. Dude. At least it's 100%. My laptop is at 100%, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're gonna sit here for a few minutes while this reboots, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, no, we're good. We're already live. We're already good. Dude, you know, like I said, I was not expecting a chapter this week. So, going into this week, I was like, it's going to be perfect. When I come back, we'll be up in, like, swimwear. And we'll be early and all. You know, and it's wild because apparently, from what I was told, both translations dropped at the same time. Or around the same time. So I would have been early and everything, man. But everything happened. Bro, my computer is gone. Hello. Oh, this chapter has got to be peak fiction. Dude, if my laptop won't even... It refuses to load images. Like, even my background image hasn't even loaded in yet. That's how I know this chapter is about to be some gas. Oh, one image loaded. And it's the Shanks image. Oh, let's go. If I see my boy this week, I'm playing. Yo, if I see Shanks tonight, and LeBron wins, oh. Wait a minute. Okay, everything's loading. All right. So now that my background is loading, I'll have to log into Google Chrome. Hopefully Silva sent me... Oh yeah, I don't have to avoid the title this week. Perfect. That works super well for me. So let's see. Alright. Here we go, dude. Yo, I feel like I'm cheating, you know? I haven't read a title in like 3 weeks. I feel like I'm cheating, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I know it feels stupid. I know that sounds stupid to people watching this, potentially for the first time. But man, for the past 2 weeks, legitimately, I've been avoiding these titles like I'm Uzumaki Khan, man. It's crazy. So here we go. One Piece chapter 1082. Let's go and claim it. It's a Shanks. Oh, I've got all three. Oh, I'm ready. Let's go and claim it. Zeus, Chopper, I apologize. I gotta see my... Chopper mistaking Zeus for cotton candy and taking a bite. Poor Zeus, man. I feel like this guy, he just can't stop taking L's. But he took the biggest W of all, which is being Nami's Pokemon. Dude, let's go and claim it? Bro! Let's go, man! Yo, so that means this week's chapter has to show us that this man is on the way to the Fourth World Poneglyph. Gatebox is using ChatGPT to take their game to the next level? Is this man Oda doing a ChatGPT ad? I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about the possibilities. Maybe we could arrange a sponsorship deal. My boy's thinking about the money. Oh man, God bless. My boy has more money than the entirety of Japan in itself, and he's still trying to get more money. I mean, that's a gamer if I've ever seen one, man. That's a king. That's a king. You know what I mean? That's a king. That's a king. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about the possibility. Maybe we could arrange a sponsorship deal. That's my goal. Vice Admiral T-Bone? The dude from Eni's lobby? I never thought I would see this dude again. He's dead? He's chilling with Kid? Who killed him? Vice Admiral T-Bone killed. The steak master from Eni's lobby. That's crazy. This man is sleeping next to Kid and Killer. And Law. Well, no. Beppo saved Law. Vice Admiral T-Bone was adored by civilians and Marines alike. News of his death shocked the world. Yo, Vice Admiral Steak Master. But the Navy refused to comment on the details of the incident. They killed my dog T-Bone. Who killed him? Bro, I legit almost if I wouldn't have reread and rewatched Eni's lobby so many times, I forgot this man would have been a character. I legitimately almost forgot this man was a character. So shout out to my boy T-Bone. Didn't we see him at some point within the time skip? I recall having this exact same thought, seeing him before. Never do a reaction after doing finals all day. This will happen. We'll get back to this. I could have sworn I've had this same exact conversation before with y'all. That T-Bone was within the post-time skip. Regardless. McDonald's! Oh, man. Oh, this chapter is about to be goated. We start off at McDonald's? No One Piece ad? Oh, man. Let's flip and go. Yo, Burger King can have their BK... Have it your way. You know what I mean? But yo, we got One Piece. McDonald's headquarters is the headquarters of the main antagonist of this series. Come on. Have they caught the man who did it? Is that Sengoku? It is. Nope, not yet. And Suru. But we're certain the culprit's family is bound to be pretty well off after this. The culprit's family? Well, what's the word coming to Otsuru-chan? The civilians we're sworn to protect are stabbing us in the back. It's unbearable. The civilians we're sworn to protect. The bounty system! Oh, they caught T-Bone in a body bag because they wanted to collect his bounty! Pirates aren't the only ones interested in money, you know. We Marines have bounties on our heads. Exactly, dog. It's only natural for people to come after us. They're in the mess hall? Especially in a place like Pepe Kingdom. Pepe Kingdom? The Portugal player? formerly at Real Madrid, Coqui Pelao Pepe? The Pepe Kingdom, son? Or are we talking about Pepe the Frog? Are we talking about Pepe the Frog? Or the football player? Over 1,000 die of starvation every year. It's no wonder he was killed there. Poverty and wealth, we all adapt to our circumstances. That's a factual statement. We do adapt to our circumstances. But still, they killed my dog in the Pepe Kingdom. In the House of Trolls. Not that I'm trying to defend the culprit, of course. So we're playing another game of Among Us? We just finished playing that with the 6 Vegapunks. Just noting that if this is what that darn clown has in mind, we've severely underestimated him. Y'all better stop playing with the future king of the verse! They better stop playing with my dog, Buggy, bro! They said, yo, we've severely underestimated him the moment that man became an emperor. They should have said he is the highest threat level imaginable. Are you kidding me? The man who will one day sit in Instant Messenger's Sama's throne? Emu has one man he's looking out for right now. One man. And he's got that big old nose. Alright? Listen to me. The man has Crocodile and Mihawk under him at all times. He's nasty. Bro, he has Mr. 3. My dog has Mr. 1. He's got Alvida. It's like, yo, the man has all of Impel Down still. You don't want to mess with my dog. The future owner of Davy Jones' Treasure. Are we talking about the BK? Have it your way. I mean, come on, man. That's the key. How can you protect and serve the people if you have to constantly look over your shoulder when you're around them? If we don't neutralize this cross-guild group soon, good luck with that. Good luck neutralizing my boys. All right, this will kill the morale of every Marine and weaken the whole Navy. Hey, Hina, have you seen Garp? Yo, Garp is out there boxing. There's a new rice cracker flavor I want him to try. He said he was off to save Kobe a few days ago. Hina? So he's probably teamed up with Sword. Pretty sure Kujaku's with him at least. He's teamed up with Sword. That implies that he's not actually a part of Sword then. He's just teaming up with Sword momentarily. Is that what I'm meant to gather from that statement? What? Don't tell me they've gone to Hachinosu. So Garp legitimately went without telling anyone else, of his own accord. That makes me respect what he's doing right now in Hachinosu even more. The fact that no one else knows. And I know they talked about that last chapter, with the reason why Sword is so important is that they're able to do something like this without any of them knowing, and they can't do a thing about it. The fact that he just said, yo, I'm off, I'm gonna go save Kobe. And Hino was like, alright, bet, you know? Like, yo, they know what the man's capable of. They saw the Galaxy Impact. Empty Bluffs Island. Oh, I'm ready. Let's flip and go, man. Empty Bluffs Island, New World. Good job crossing the seas and making it here. Thank you. Be proud. The emperors of the underworld are smiling because of you. Everyone is proclaiming the birth of a new star, a champion of Yashi. A champion of evil, yo. I'm proclaiming the birth of a new star. I heard my family received the payment. Thank you so much. Don't mention it. You took down one of Navy HQ's finest vice admirals, Buggy. Your evil charisma incarnate. Stop being so humble. Yeah. Buggy took out T-Bone. We just love to see it, man. I mean, you know, I'm gonna miss steak, alright? I'm gonna miss Mr. Well Done Medium Rare, whatever he was. But if he had to catch a body to hype up my dog Buggy, he had to do it. A necessary sacrifice. As Shanks said in the first chapter, you gotta sacrifice yourself for the next generation, and we moving. My clown is on the move. So I'm going to assume this is the family of the individuals, the ones that they were talking about earlier. So I still can't get over the fact these dudes are hunting Marines, bro. They are hunting flippin' Marines, dog. Your crazy stunt really shocked the Marines. They'll have your head for sure if they catch you. Even if I can't see my family ever again, it's better than watching them die of starvation. I'm so hungry. Rest easy, friend. We'll take care of you as a fellow pirate. As a pirate? Get it? One of the Emperor's taking you under his wing. You better take it. The bombastic clown himself, Buggy-sama, the man who was going to sit on the throne. He's on another level. The 2-bit pirates you've met before aren't fit to lick his boots. You tell him again. You tell him again. Only one licking his boots, and the only one above his boots is Monkey D. Alright? You never forget this moment you're standing face to face with a living legend. Look at him. He's dancing. Oh, he's moving. Yo, he's doing this. Not unusual. I know that pose anywhere. And the music's... Yo, he's doing the Carlin. It's not unusual to be the goat of One Piece. It's not unusual to be the goat of One Piece. Like, bro, you're in the presence of royalty. You're in the presence of the man. Put some respect on his name. It's Buggy-sama in the flesh, ladies and gentlemen. In the flesh. They better stop putting some respect in my dog's name. Yo, Buggy, Buggy, Buggy. Buggy-sama in the flesh. Sorry to interrupt you, Barley-sama. You're so fresh. That makes me sound like I'm some kind of cereal. No, not the cereal. Barley-sama. We finished it, sir. A ship worthy of the Carrasco. They've got a ship? They're already ahead of Law. They're ahead of Kid, too. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that, Law. I didn't mean... Yo, Law, I'm sorry. Can I do a rewind? Can we rewind back real quick? I ain't mean it, man. Yo, Law, I didn't mean it, bro. I love the polar tank, man. I do. I ain't mean that junk, dog. You feel me? I ain't mean it, man. I didn't. I didn't. Leave the ship to me. I've got some talented shipwrights under me. Two silhouettes. Leave the ship to me. I've got some talented shipwrights under me. This brother's ship is an amusement park. He's got Universal Studios on his back. Oh, man, yo, this is one of my favorite ships. I can already see it, man. Crocodile and Mihawk are gonna look at this ship, and they're slicing Buggy into like 7 different parts, man. I can already see it. I can already see it. Buggy's eye, his nose, and his mouth pops off like dentures. Making you the figurehead was the obvious choice, Chairman Buggy. I think it turned out great. Poor Buggy, man. Look at There they are. There they are. My boys. So we see Croco D and Mihawk, man. So this man, Buggy's just... I don't think I've ever seen a person in the series as afraid as I see Buggy in this panel, man. I mean, he's seeing ghosts. He is seeing legitimate ghosts right now, man. Like, yo, Ronnie Williams gifting 10 memberships. Dak, thank you, man. Welcome to the kingdom of greatness, my brother. I appreciate you, man. But Ronnie, bro, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much for the memberships. Goodness gracious. Buggy shook. This is my face right now. Let's take this to the meeting room. Oh, no, yeah, they about to slice this man in like 7 different parts, bro. He's getting sliced in like 10 different parts. Let's hear it for the greatest ship ever. You guys really outdid yourselves. In the meeting room. Poor... I don't even want to turn the panel because my dog's is going to be gone, man. Public awareness. They have this man's head on a ship. The hooks! Y'all remember that one SpongeBob episode? The hooks! The hooks, SpongeBob! The hooks! And they were coming down, yo, grabbing my dog's pants. The hooks! Public awareness of Cross Guild is growing as planned. Crocodile and Mihawk, man. The Navy is starting to understand the threat we pose. Bro, they're gonna have like 10 billion berry bounties by the end of this series, man. We need to have unparalleled influence to form our utopia. They're going to attempt to form a utopia now and become a strong military state, but before all that, we need to establish our overwhelming power, right? I'm looking at the overwhelming power. You have 2 Emperor-level individuals. I might even go 3. In terms of knowledge, in terms of the mind, yo, Crocodile, if there's one person I want on my crew because of his mind, it's Crocodile. In terms of power, ooh, I'm looking at 2 Emperor-level threats right here. Mihawk and Buggy, are you kidding me? Please just kill me, the pain. So Crocodile's trying to turn them into a strong military state. Unparalleled influence to form our utopia. That is interesting. This is wrong. This isn't how I wanted to. See, man, this is what happens. I'm telling y'all. Do not do a reaction after doing finals all day. As a matter of fact, all week. I can't even think right now, man. This is wrong. This isn't how I wanted my life to go. There we go, dog. I finally read the sentence. All right? And to do that, we've got to find a way to gather an enormous amount of wealth. You're saying we need wealth and power, right? I may be out of line here. Wealth and power. Wealth, fame, power. Okay, yo, he's already on the right track to being the king. Wealth and power, I need his fame now. And I know you may do away with me for saying this, but how can you call yourself pirates with schemes like that? What is this cockroach to me? He called him a roach! Mihawk! Yo! Dylan Brooks, take notes. That's how you talk trash. When you can back it up. That's how you talk trash when you can back it up. I'm just saying. You're doing it all backwards. So Mihawk and Croco D, you must have heard, right? You know red hair is Mickey's... Let's go. We used to be in the Pirate King's crew together, but circumstances prevented us from going to Laugh Till with the others. Now tell me, way back when, what did you guys want to be? When I sailed with Shanks, he shone so brightly with potential. It's a... It's a young Shanks, bro, with Buggy in the background. Is he with Roger? Oh, man, he was looking around, dude. So I'm going to assume this is before he and Shanks were boys. When I sailed with Shanks, he shone so brightly with potential. I knew I couldn't measure up, so I let go of my real dream. 24 years ago, the day Gold Roger was executed. A flashback? A flashback of the day Roger was executed? Between Buggy and Shanks? You said it yourself, didn't you, Shanks? You said your crew would reach Laugh Till one day too. Yeah, but I've changed my mind for now at least. I'm not ready to go for it yet. But I'm still gonna be a pirate. This is at Logetown, bro. So even back then, I'm going to assume this is when Shanks solidified in his heart that he wasn't gonna go for the One Piece yet. So then I wonder what it is by seeing Nika that caused him to say now it's time. But I'm still gonna be a pirate. You're not the next generation's king. I misjudged you, Shanks. Yo, Buggy's on the same line of thought as me. I was like, yo, my boy should have been gone for it. Come with me, Buggy. He extended his hand, Whitebeard style. I'm not gonna work under you, idiot. You coward. No, that means Buggy was supposed to be Shanks' first mate, man. I mean, Ben Beckman being Shanks' first mate is always the way it's supposed to go, but Buggy was supposed to be his first crewmate. That's kind of wild. You said your crew would reach Laugh Till one day too. But I've changed my mind for now at least. I'm not ready to go for it yet, but I'm still gonna be a pirate. Buggy was like, yo, you're not the next generation's king? Like, man, come with me, Buggy. And he's like, son, I ain't working for you. Don't you care about following Captain Roger's footsteps? You haven't forgotten, have you? It's your fault I lost that treasure map. I still haven't forgiven you for that. You better watch your back next time we meet. And that's how Buggy and Shanks separated, man. See, this type of stuff adds so much to just the lore that's in my mind when it comes to One Piece. You always ask yourself why it was these two characters were on the same ship afterwards, right? And obviously in the beginning of the series, we knew that Buggy had a grudge. But after seeing the Roger flashback, you see how close Shanks and Buggy really were. So it made me question, like, man, especially with the conversations now we heading towards the end of the series, are they going to, go to Laugh Tale together potentially as, like, all four emperors heading there at the same time as a potential scenario? Or, like, a tragic scenario, one of them doesn't make it, right? There's a few different ways, but I've been thinking about this, and to see that it's in this week's chapter is insane to me. Like, I was expecting a God Valley flashback before we got a Shanks and Buggy flashback talking about this. It's actually pretty cool, man. That no good Shanks is finally making his move, but what good is it now? So, Croc or Mihawk, I'm going to assume it's Croc, brings up the fact that Red Hair is making his move now. Have they heard about the kid situation then? Or do they just know he's chasing Blackbeard? I don't know why, but somehow through luck or chance or whatever, we're on equal footing again. That's for sure. They're emperors. Whether it be through luck or chance or whatever, they're definitely on equal footing again. And if that's the way it is, I may as well go ahead and say it. I want to be king of the... Who's stopping? So all of the emperors are fighting for the throne. They want it. We know how dangerous Blackbeard is. We know who the king is, the go with the goat. We know how nasty the OG go with the goat is in Shanks. My dog. And now you're telling me the fourth piece of the puzzle states it with every fiber in his being he wants to be king of the pirates. Oh man, this is gonna be a Conqueror's hockey blast. It's gonna go throughout the entire sea. Shanks is gonna feel this. Luffy's gonna feel this. Blackbeard's gonna feel this, man. Just in their wavelength, in their brains. Like, whoa, somebody just said something nasty. Like, man, you know someone has insane amounts of clout when all they have to do is say, "I want to be king of the pirates," and you start moving different. Your body starts activating in a different manner. You start looking at things in the way you never saw them before. Your perspective changes. Rather than looking at them in this way, now you're looking at them in this way. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at a scenario now where this dude, Emperor Monkey D. Buggy, now he's rocking the Monkey D name! My brother is out here looking for the King of the Pirates title! Davy Jones Buggy, red-haired Buggy, I don't care who he is. He's going for the throne. Look at Mihawk, bro. Oh, this panel of Mihawk reminds me of whenever Luffy told the same thing to Mihawk. And Mihawk looked at him, he smiled, and he said, that's something that goes even beyond, right? Attempting to become the world's strongest swordsman. Because the King of the Pirates is like, there's only ever been one. I'm going to assume throughout the ages, there's been multiple world's strongest swordsmen, one of which whom Mihawk had to take down, right? But the King of the Pirates has only ever been one. And no one has gone back to reclaim that title since. That's only belonged to one human being who's ever lived on the earth. And Buggy's like, yo, I want to be that. That's a level of ambition that Mihawk can understand. That he can mesh with. That he can vibe with. Like, yo, he wants to be king of the pirates? I mess with that. Wealth, power. Why stop there when we can have it all? Crocodile, let's go for it. Let's go and claim the ultimate treasure. Oh, that was the title. I thought it was Shanks. Can you believe me, man? I mean, I only heard it at one other point of the series. That was chapter 1054, man. You can't blame me. Who in the flying flagnors could have anticipated that title being associated with Buggy? Who? Who, man? Oh, I love this, dude. Buggy proclaiming what he truly wants to do. Mihawk and Crocodile showing respect. Like, yo, why stop there? Let's go ahead and get it all. Let's go claim the ultimate treasure, baby! Oh, man. This is all setting up for the Pirate King title race. Shanks, Blackbeard, Buggy, and Luffy. Injected. Injected, man. Dough page spread. Yeah! They sent my dog flying. He delivered a speech of legend and they sent him flying. If this ain't cross-guild shenanigans, I don't know what is. I can't believe you're deluded enough to buy your own con. He deceived himself. Shout out to Kaiki Deishu, man. Remember, we're only letting you keep that title of yours because it benefits us. You think we're just going to carry you to the top? Oh, I love that from Mihawk. Because, you know, that carries a different type of weight from Mihawk, right? An individual who has been to the top. He understands what it takes. He's like, I ain't carrying you up there, son. You better carry your own weight. Better become your own Apex Legend, Sweat. We're not playing pirates here. This is serious business. You don't have a clue, let alone a plan. And we know this man, Croco D, is all about plans. Do you really expect us to just go pick fights with red hair, Blackbeard, and Straw Hat? Mihawk, please. Please. I want to see you box all three. Let me see it, please. I want to see Mihawk and Shanks. I want to see Mihawk and Shiryu. I want to see Mihawk and Zoro. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here for it, baby. You
Do you really just supposed to go pick fights with Red Hair, Blackbeard, and Straw? It's a scramble for the treasure. We only need to beat them to it. So he's like, yo, this is all about the race. We don't need to actually beat them. We don't gotta fight them. We just gotta get them. Let me show you. There are some words that light a fire in the heart of every pirate. And it's because they all set sail for the same reason. Clack. Is he about to announce this to everyone? Listen up, men. Oh, Lord. Stop it, Buggy. What dream drove you all to the sea? Chairman Buggy wants to give us back that spark. Oh, man, I'm not sure I'm ready for this. Me neither. Every moment you cling to life might be your last. So why ignore that screaming urge inside you? Oh, he's cutting a promo. He's cutting a promo. For everyone to hear. For everyone to see. Friday Night SmackDown. Monday Night Raw. AEW Dynamite. He's got the promo. If you gave up because the reality was too daunting, now's your chance. It's time for us to set sail to reach out and grasp what we all desire most. And there we go back to that mainline thought of desire. Right? Exactly what Vegapunk was talking about. The desire, what they all desire from every fiber in their being. Hold on, bro. I gotta read this in succession. What dream drove you all to the sea? Every moment you cling to life might be your last, so why ignore that screaming urge inside of you? I'm ready to go fight. You put me in the game, coach. I'll drop 30. 35. If you gave up because the reality of it was too daunting, now's your chance. It's time for us to set sail to reach out and grasp what we all desire most. It's time for us to go. It's time for us to finally go and claim the One Piece one. Buggy, yo. Dog, I'm ready. I'm here. Buggy. I'm here. Yo, put me in the game, dude. Put me in the game. Because Lord knows, once Luffy pulls up, I'm going right to his team. I'm sorry. I have loyalty to the king and no one else. But while Buggy's moving, I'm here. I'm here, baby. I'm here. Let's get it. Yo! So, all 4 of them have now proclaimed they want to go for it. Buggy has told this explicitly to his entire crew. Dog. Crocodile and Mihawk look extremely shook, dude. They got hit by my dog conquers hockey. What is this? Oh, wait. I didn't even recognize what this is. Well, let me look at this. What the flag nurse do you call that? Is that a cow? What in the world is that thing? I don't know, but hold on. Let me process this. It's time for us to finally go and claim the One Piece. Mihawk and Crocodile look shook. Everyone's excited. They're hyped. Yo, I was moved. Buggy, I was moved by that statement, man. I was moved. So here we see the cow. What did you call that, bro? What you think about ship? It enemy or what? Who it be? It enemy or what? Who it be? Dude, I can't get over this cow pig thing. Kamabaka. Whoa! I swear on everything, dog. I swear on everything. Who are you? Is that a robotic hand? Who in the flagnard is this? Crash Clang? Wanna bet on it? I wager it's an enemy who's in. Who are you people? Sounds good to me. I'll put 1 mil on it being Sabo making a safe return. Hello? Are these new characters? I would have recognized this cow pig thing, I promise you. Is that Humpty Dumpty? Look, Humpty Dumpty got a bow tie? He's got my mustache? Oh, here we go again. I gotta deal with the Recon punk allegations, and now I'm Humpty Dumpty? This dude on the left looks raw. Old girl right here has a nice metal arm too, man. Nice metal arm. So, Revolutionary Army Vice Captain of the West Army Ushiano. Morally subordinate. So they're members of the Revolutionary Army. Ushiano. You're a cow pig thing to me, man. You're a cow pig. Revolutionary Vice Captain of the East Army Ahiru Belubedi's subordinate. Oh, so they're like direct subordinates to each of them. Revolutionary Army Vice Captain of the South Army Gamble. Lindbergh's subordinate. So Humpty Dumpty, Lindbergh. Revolutionary Army Vice Captain of the North Army Jiron, Karasu's subordinate. Oh, it makes sense. He's the rawest looking one of them all. Ahiru looks fresh too, though. Ahiru looks super fresh. Ronnie Williams. Ronnie Williams, I don't deserve this, man. I was late. Ronnie Williams, I was late, man. I don't deserve 10 more gifted memberships, dog. I appreciate you, man. Yo, that was for Humpty Dumpty. You know, Ronnie Williams, that wasn't for me. That was for my dog Recon Dumpty, man. Seriously. Just look at him, bro. That might as well be me at this point. But this cow pig thing, man. Oda's drawn some really crazy stuff, but this has got to take the cake. This is one of those that just take the cake. Well, that's not the end of the chapter? Oh God! Dragon! Dragon-san, Eva-san, Sabo-san's back. Sabo? Oh Lord Almighty, let's flip and go. So he made it home okay, thank goodness. So I see Dragon. ... Ivankov? Dude. What is Whoopies? What in the world is Whoopies right now? I got a Shanks chapter, Garb chapter, Kuzan chapter, and now you're telling me I got a Dragon and a Buggy chapter? What is going on in my series? What is going on in my series, man? And people have the goal. They have the audacity. To tell me. Like, yo, what are you doing, Recon? What are you doing? Like, brother, what do you think I'm doing? This is peak fiction. Dragon. Let's go, man. My boy, dog. Sabo. He's breathing. Y'all playing with my boy. You know what y'all told me? Sabo's dead. Sabo's dead. Sabo's dead. Look at who's ripe. Right out of the ground. The ground couldn't keep up with my boy. He ain't Kid. He ain't Killer. He ain't even T-Bone. That's Sabo, dog. Put some respect in my boy's name. He ain't a fraud. That's a goat. That's a goat. He ain't die. We don't die out here. We don't die out here. We ain't old, man. Let's go. That's my boy, man. Let's go, bro. Let's go, man. Now, I know all of us thought we were alive, but there was that 1% that was like, yo, Sabo's dead. Yeah, my dog ain't dead, man. He ain't meeting up with King Kai, I can promise you that. Dude, look how fresh. Is that a coat? Sabo's rocking a coat. Oh my God. A white coat at that. Oh, he's joining the Go With The Coat family. Oh, this design goes crazy, man. Dude, look at his coat. coming back. Oh, man. I knew something was up when you said you bet $1 million. I ain't coughing up a single berry. Now I'll wring it out of you. Used up those binoculars, didn't you? What binoculars? You think you can get away with being... Dude, this is the Flame Emperor. This is the flippin' Flame Emperor, man. This is him. Welcome back, Sabo. Whiz, clack. Sabo was just about to shoot you. Glad you did everything okay out here. Were you worried? Maybe a little. Look at this cow pig thing, dude. You know what? Sabo's back. And I'm so glad you're happy for him, too. I like you, cow pig thing. Cow pig thing is a legend, alright? He says, Sabo, you saved me happy. Me too. Me too. You know what I mean? Yeah, I go up to the cow pig thing and I'd be like, yo, me too. Me too. You know what I mean? Sabo saved me happy. Sabo saved me happy. That's a Lelusian ship. I beg your pardon? So he brought other people from Lelusia too? He saved people of Lelusia? Not only did Sabo get away, but he saved the people of Lelusia? Wait. Lelusia, you mean the country that vanished? Is that the Milk Girl? That's Ace Milk Girl, right? I'll explain later for now. Please help these guys. Bro, that's Ace Milk Girl. He real deal saved the people of Lucia. Sabo-kun. You just were in radio silent. How could you do that to us? Koala. So Koala just starts going ham on him. My bad, Koala. I couldn't get my hands on an encryptor transponder signal. All my calls would have been monitored. I used the usual 3-beat code to signal I was alright. Didn't you hear? I wasn't even on Lucia when it happened. I'll think about that in a second. I'm perplexed. And I'm really, really perplexed. Because when that thing came down upon the island, that would imply, based on what we have from this week's chapter, that he was already on the ship and on the way out. Not necessarily still on the island while the things took place. So that makes sense to me. But man, that thing must have been massive for him to still see what was up. Oh my god, I just thought about it. He's going to report what he saw. You mean so we're sorry? Sabo, why are all you boys like that? Morally. Don't scare us like that again, silly. Wah. I remember you losers from Lelusia. Bello Betty, son. Yo, with the revs, man. You've come a long way. It's a real shame what happened to your homes. And of course, the first time we were introduced to all these characters was back in the Lelusia Kingdom in chapter 904. So, morally, of course, going to be happy to see them. Bello Betty as well. It's a real shame to your homes, but I heard you were hoping to join our cause. Yes, ma'am. So they're going to have people... they're going to have them joining the Revolutionary Army after this. Of course, who wouldn't? They just saw Instant Messenger someone bring down the hand of, like... I don't even know what that thing was. First things first, get some rest. We'll straighten you out after that. This man brought us something from Men in Black. Like it was Independence Day. I heard about Kuma-san. Dude, and we even seen him at the meeting room. Brother, this is the longest One Piece chapter of all time, and I'm for it. I thought this chapter would have ended ages ago, but his final Saga Oda. And because it's Final Saga Oda, my dog just keep moving. He don't stop. He don't stop. I heard about Kuma-san. Sorry about that. We let everyone's work go to waste. Don't worry, I know you two are taking it the hardest. He might have been programmed to return to Marijoas as a contingency. So that's exactly what it is. So we were predicting with Kuma. Either he's being predicted, or I'm sorry, either he's being that we were predicting that Kuma is either going to Egghead Island, just happened to smash against a red line, or he was actually programmed to make it back to the Marijoa, similar to the Iron Giant, after learning about that reveal in Egghead Island. So now we know, or at least Dragon's theory is, he might have been programmed to return to Marijoa. So that's his thought process in regards to the things that are currently taking place. Sabo, you don't want the captains hearing what you've got to say? It feels so good to see. Seeing Ivankov and Buggy in a chapter again brings back great vibes. Great vibes. Great vibes. But having Mihawk, Crocodile, Dragon, and Sabo in the same chapter is Final Saga Oda. Just hearing it might put your life at risk. There was some major trouble at the Reverie. He's gonna say what happened. Oh, Lord. I'll tell you all about what really happened at the Holy Land of Marijoa. Oh, here we go. Just when I started singing this man's praises, like, yeah, this is the longest chapter ever, let's go, we're not stopping. When we get to the point where I'm finally here, and I know for a fact we're not going to see this. I can promise you. Yo, I will put down right now. Yo, matter of fact, I'm putting out a poll. We're doing a poll right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me end the poll that we did. I'm putting a poll right now. Hold on. No, not a Q&A. We're doing a poll. We're doing a poll. We're doing a poll. Look at this. All right. When are we getting this answer, ladies and gentlemen? All right. The poll is up. Talk to me. I better not see a single vote for next chapter. It ain't happening. And if it does happen, oh Lord, Final Saga Oda is here. Final Saga Oda is here. Final Saga Oda is here. Alright? If we see this next chapter, Final Saga Oda is here. Oh my god. Dude, this week's chapter was awesome, man. This week's chapter was flippin' awesome, dude. Oh, man. Alright, let's go through some of the supers. Yo, once again to the members that joined, I appreciate y'all. Syndratic, Dak, Ronnie, Crazy, gifting 10 memberships multiple times. I appreciate y'all, man. Dog, the last thing I was I went into this, I'm floored. Because going off of the Kuzan chapter, I was like, okay, we're either going to continue that, or we're going to go back to Egghead. I see a stop to the shenanigans. We've been eating too much. Oda was like, we haven't been eating enough. We haven't been eating enough. Then when I started this chapter, I was like, yo, we're going to get some Shanks greatness. I wasn't expecting Shanks greatness in regards to a flashback. What I got instead was Buggy greatness at the highest level. And then we switch over and get absolute instead Dragon Sabo rocking a coat. Ah. Wow, 31% of y'all think we're going to get a next chapter. If that 31% is correct, that's wild to me. That's wild to me. I'm more with the After Egghead crowd, honestly. But if we get those answers next chapter, Final Saga Oda. Final Saga Oda. So Andres Gonzalez comes in, membership for 14 months, and I commit arson for Buggy. I did not say that on screen. On stream, do not take away my monetization. YouTube. That was Andres Gonzalez. It wasn't me. But I would too, Andres Gonzalez. I would too. I would too. Nothing but love to you, brother. And then let's see, before we go on to the supers, Nolan comes with a membership for 3 months and says Final Saga Oda equals Grill Master. Trust finals went well. Nolan, finals went as well as they could have, man. Like, the reason why I'm in such a good mood is I haven't gotten my answers back as to how well I did in the finals yet. You know, I know I got 100 on one and 97 on another, but the others that I did throughout the week, especially the ones I did today, I have no idea. But I'm in a good mood because I gave it my all. You know what I mean? So regardless of the results, I gave it my all. I gave it my all. But I appreciate you so much, Nolan, man. Thank you. Let me go ahead and go to the supers. Yo, a Vortex. While the supers load up, give me an update. What's the score? What's the score for the Lakers? What's the score for the Lakers? Talk to me, and then let me get the supers up. Supers. 59-42 Lakers. I appreciate you, Vortex. Yo, if we get a King James win tonight, man, that would be the icing on the cake. So, here we go. Thank you, Vortex. So, starting us off right here, 1082. Yeah, we're on 1082, right? Chapter 1082? Yeah, 1082. Oh, man, yo, I appreciate y'all so much, dude. This is wild. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody who's here. We're late. It is extremely, extremely late on a Friday night. And y'all are sitting here watching me talk about One Piece, which is the coolest thing ever to me because we were supposed to have been here yesterday. And the fact that I am late and we're here for the greatness and there was still so many of y'all that showed up, that means a lot, man. So I appreciate y'all. First super chat comes in from Shadow with a 2 that says, yo, when you finish school, will you grind YouTube? I mean, I'm going to be grinding YouTube no matter what, at least until One Piece ends. But my main thing with school is the writing, you know? Like, that's my main thing there. But even whenever I finish school, I highly doubt, because I'm going for a master's degree, I highly doubt that I'm going to finish school before One Piece ends. So, hey, man, if that lines up, and we're doing good things here on YouTube, yeah, I might just grind it out on here. But my main focus is always going to be the writing. Always going to be the writing. But I love doing this just as much. So it just depends. But we're always going to grind YouTube, especially whenever we have more time. Like, man, these next couple of days, yo, hopefully in these next 2 weeks, I can finally do all the stuff I'm wanting to do, man. I've been wanting to read Kingdom for like a year. And I haven't been able to because I've literally just been nonstop. But I finally have these next 2 weeks off, even though I have work as well. But hopefully in that time off, I can get back on my Kingdom, man. I miss that junk. And the One Piece anime. So, Shadow, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Sarab Wagmare comes in with a 44 and says, I want Cross Guild to go after the Man Marked by Flames. Yo, Man Marked by Flames stuff. Is that Dragon? After this week's chapter, is it Dragon? Like, I don't know, man. I just don't know, bro. Because it's like, why call him the Man Marked by Flame? I don't know, man. I don't know. But Sarab, it's like, regardless of whoever it is, whether it be a brand new character, but it's like, the Whirlpool thing, I don't know, man. It can't be Saul anymore. It's like, who is this character? Regardless, having the Cross Guild go after this character who apparently has the last remaining piece of the puzzle for the One Piece, to me,
absolutely Cross Guild should go after him. And that would be a lot of fun, especially after what Buggy said in this week's chapter. Injected, Sarah. I like that idea. Thank you so much, dog, for the 44. Subra coming in with a 220. Yo, nothing but love to Subra, man. Nothing but love to Subra, because Subra was one of the individuals that not only let me know that spoilers were out and helped you, boy, because I was out here talking about Holland and flipping craziness that took place against Arsenal, not knowing that the chapter was about to drop, and Subra was like, yo, spoilers, bro. And I was like, oh, snap, I'm getting off, right? And then I just put out for how crazy Jimmy Buckets was playing, right, and a couple nights ago. But besides that, I was completely off after that. So I appreciate Subra for looking out for your boy, man. Subra, Bweezy, like, nothing but love to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. Fresno, but Subra comes in with a 220 and says, Oda's number game, 1082, 281 cover check. 1082, 281. Wasn't 281 the one with Ace and Milk Girl? Let me see. 281. Look at that. Yo, this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is how much I've read Skypea. This is how much I have read Skypea. Your boy called it. Your boy called it, man. Yes, sir. It was Milk Girl and Ace. Is that the cow pig thing too? Oh no, it's just a cow. It's just a cow. Oh, look at that, bro. Oh, look at that cow. No, that's a regular cow, unless he evolved. Is the cow pig thing like his evolved father? Is that what it is? I don't know, man. Cow pig thing is that thing just evolved to the next degree. It's post time skip cow pig thing. That's what it is. Post time skip, yo. But yeah. Let me see. Oda's number game 1082, 281 cover check. Then go back to 1060. Check under Beware of Tsunamis. There's 3 dash, not 3 dots. This is 3 beat code. Sabo said. Oh, 904 reference. Sabo was leaving, taking the people. Gotcha. Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. Man, 1060, dude. So, first and foremost, I'm so glad Sabo is alive and well and doing his thing, right? That makes me so happy. But Instant Messenger Sama. So, this is going to be yet another thing that is completely against the WG. So I'm going to assume the people who were there on the island got wiped. And the individuals who managed to get away on the ship, of course, were saved. So Sabo, looking back, he was already in the ship that was on the way off. But this thing was so huge, even he was engulfed in that shadow. Which is wild to me, man. It's like, what in the world was that? So now, next time we cut back to Sabo, I'm going to assume he's going to have a legendary... Oh, wait a minute. We could, realistically speaking, we could actually get this flashback soon. Like, maybe even before the end of Egghead. Now that I just thought about it. Now that my final exam stuff is actually kicking. Realistically, I think we actually could, because... What if the end of Egghead is going to give us a massive clue towards the Void Sentry, then the reveal of Instant Messenger Sama here would actually, through Sabo's perspective, to Dragon, I could see that actually being a thing. Unless that's like Oda's... Because to me, right, revealing Instant Messenger Sama is only as important as us knowing like the context behind it. That's what Oda tried to say in regards to... He did an interview with I forgot what TV company it was, but they asked him like, who is the Messenger Sama, and he was like, if I told you, it'd be boring, basically implying that if I told you, you wouldn't understand. You would need the context behind it. So I feel like we need the Void Century context in order to understand, or not the Void Century flashback, but more context for the Void Century, which I'm going to assume we're going to be getting soon through whether it be the Kuma flashback or the God Valley flashback or whatever happens here at the end of Egghead Island, that is going to be integral in us understanding who Emu actually is. And so if that is the case, then we realistically could see this flashback very, 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 very soon. The Sabo flashback. Talking about what he saw in the Reverie. Still probably going to be post-Egghead, but realistically it could happen very soon as well. It just depends whenever we get all that stuff. But super, I just looked back at it. You're absolutely right with the 3 dots. After that. And then the chapter 904 reference. But I appreciate you, Superman. Thank you. Shiny Yent comes in with a 2 and says, the make debut chapter in chapter 905, 3 of them not new. Oh, for the Revolutionary Army Commanders? Are you for real? Was Humpty Dumpty in that chapter too?
Wait.
$905? I've reread the Reverie a million times. Let me see. 905, 905, 905, 905, 905. McDonald's. T-Bone. Oh, this was the T-Bone chapter. See, I knew I had this conversation with y'all already, man. T-Bone was in chapter 905. That's what it was. Thank you. Thank you, Shiny Yent. Because even though you sent me here for one thing, the T-Bone Akainu conversation did happen post-time skip. I'm so glad I saw that. Regardless, okay, here we go. Is the cow pig thing here? Humpty Dumpty? So see Karasu. No, you're right. They're right here. The cow pig thing, Humpty Dumpty, and old girl. Oh, look at that. I thought they were new characters. I'm the fake fan. Shows my fraudulence as a One Piece fan. I was just hyping myself up with that Skypea callback. And here I'm getting called out as a fraud. But yo, I appreciate you, Shiny Yint. Thank you. Because not only does this, of course, is this a good reference for seeing these characters before within the series, but this is also the T-Bone chapter. So in one chapter, we got more stuff for the T-Bone stuff, and these characters returning. So I think that's really cool. Really, really cool stuff. But I appreciate you, Shiny Yint. Praetorius comes in with a 10 and says, Buggy's flashback in chapter 19 was longer ago in real time than it was for Buggy. In order to recontextualize his character in half a chapter from gag to classic romantic dreamer. That's why we still read. Praetorius spitting with every fiber in his being. Factual. A true recontextualization here. Where in the midst of being just ahead on a hook from SpongeBob, one of the hooks, the man declares to everyone, to not only just Mihawk and Crocodile, to all of his people that he is going to go out and still attempt to achieve his dream. It's like that moment and him being in that scenario reminded him of why he's doing this in the first place. And I think that's such a cool moment for Buggy, man. I was not expecting that. When we cut over to the Cross Guild, I was like, we're going to get shenanigans and hilarious stuff, which we did. A lot of funny stuff, but the fact that Buggy had that moment to me was really special. That was really, really special stuff. And that is exactly what we still read, man. I mean, you're absolutely right. Like, we're contextualizing his character in half a chapter from a gag character, which he always will be, but to a classic romantic dreamer is like the coolest thing ever. It's like, now I can't wait for that conversation to happen between Buggy and Shanks, and then Buggy and Luffy down the line. Like, yo, I want to become the king of the pirates. I wonder if, like, because Luffy's not gonna. Luffy would never laugh at anyone who says something like that. So I wonder how he would look at him with that new line of thought. I think that would just be so cool. And then, of course, Shanks, I wonder how he would react as well. So I look forward to those if we do manage to get them down the line. But thank you, Praetorius, man. Ian comes in with a 5 and says, Sabo saving Rev recruits from Lucia is fascinating to me. gives them leverage in their propaganda against the world government. Final Saga Oda is unmatched, man. You're absolutely right with that statement. Final Saga Oda is truly unmatched, all right? But Sabo saving the Revolutionary Army recruits from Lucia is really fascinating for me as well. Because not only did he specifically save the individuals whom, thanks to Chapter 904, which to me is still wild. It's like Oda back in Chapter 904, having these characters go to Lucia, would somehow connect to what took place in Chapter 1060. And then having those very same characters that were impacted by the Rev Army commanders being there, now they will be able to directly join within the cause, because not only have they been directly impacted in a positive way from the Revolutionary Army, in multiple different ways now, but they have the biggest a negative point of view out of anyone that's still breathing oxygen in the series. They saw what the WG is capable of with their own two eyes by summoning Independence Day. So it's like crazy, crazy stuff. But you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. And it's exciting stuff because within this chapter, we've got to see a lot of the macro too. Crocodile is attempting to create this massive military state with the Cross Guild. And with Dragon and Sabo and Ivankov, and obviously they're with the Revolutionary Armies, they're trying to amass this massive army to go against the Celestial Dragons. And it's like, it's so interesting seeing all these pieces being put into place for what's bound to be end of series stuff. But thank you, Ian, man. I appreciate you. Swagme D Toy Defender. I have been letting you down, man. I have been letting you down. $2 consensus, my boy. We're on the Wano climax next week, 1034. Chapter 1034? That means this week's episode is the Zoro episode, right? For 1033? Bro, what am I doing, man? What am I doing? But we're back. We're back. I will for sure. I of course, I will be able to watch all the episodes I've missed by the end of tomorrow. That's too many episodes. But by the next week's episode airs, I'll be there. That means I'll be caught up for the finale of Zoro vs. King 2. Let's go. I'll be here for the end of Sanji vs. Queen and Zoro vs. King. And then for that incredible, phenomenal Luffy vs. Kaido section that follows after that, where it's them throwing hands. I can't wait. Dude, it's going to be so godly. Sanji Queen, Zoro King, Luffy Kaido, Zunisha, Big Mom versus Kid-in-Law, back to Luffy Kaido, Drums Liberation. It's going to be peak fiction, bro. I can't wait. Swagony, appreciate you. Thank you for letting me know, man. Red Potator. That's an awesome name. Red Potator. Goes with the $2. I think T-Bone let himself die for the citizens. Oh, see, that actually makes a lot of sense. I probably would have caught that had my brain. I'm not gonna blame my brain, guys. I'm gonna blame my reading comprehension. But I'm also gonna blame my reading comprehension on the fact that I'm exhausted. I might have caught that if my brain was at 100%. But I no excuses there. You're absolutely right. I that actually makes more sense to me compared to what I had in mind. Especially with what happened in the middle of the chapter. It actually makes a lot more sense to me, Red Potato. A lot more sense to me. So, but no, Red Potato, thank you. That actually makes me understand that scene more than I initially thought. But I appreciate you, yo. And Swaggity D Toy Defender comes in with another 2. I love that name. Swaggity D Toy Defender. The 2 says Wano climax starts next week. We're ready, man. We're ready. I will be caught up before the end of next week. I promise y'all. For the One Piece anime, I am back. I might cry hearing one of the One Piece soundtracks. I legitimately, it's been so crazy, y'all. I have not watched anything One Piece related from the anime since the last time I watched an episode. It's been like the longest I have gone without watching like a One Piece episode. So when I hear one of the One Piece soundtracks again, that could be the slowest episode ever. I might shed a tear. I real deal might shed a tear. But thank you, Swaggy, man. Michael Mickles, my boy, how are you doing, bro? How are you doing? Comes in with a 10 and says, I really missed that Afterthoughts video. Me too, man. And I apologize to y'all for not being able to do the Afterthoughts. It's just it's been a crazy last couple weeks with final season. But we'll be back with the Afterthoughts this week, for sure. But I'm glad finals went well. They did, man. The thought of citizens killing Marines for bounties never crossed my mind, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I don't even know if Buggy understands. Buggy, Crocodile, Mihawk. I mean, Crocodile probably thought extremely far ahead as did Mihawk. But Buggy in particular, I wonder if he really understands just what they've done, right? Like, these individuals, because T-Bone, now that Red Potato has brought that up, T-Bone getting taken out, and then the money coming in to save that specific family is really beautiful. That actually makes me really appreciate T-Bone as a character, if he allowed himself to die for the citizens, right? So they could get the money. That to me is extremely, extremely beautiful, and actually completely changes how I felt about that part of the chapter. So once again, thank you to Red Potato for that comment. But the citizens killing Marines thing is crazy. It's crazy. Also, I forgive the Heat for beating my Bulls. Dude, it's just... Jimmy Buckets, the Heat real deal went from being a 10th seed that no one thought... 10th seed, right? Or... No. They lost the first game to Atlanta in the bubble. Or not in the bubble, in the play-in. And then after that, they barely won the last one. To go from doing that to beating the Bucks... Master classes... From Jimmy Buckets, man, it was crazy. It was crazy, Michael Mickles, man. It really, really was. So you've got to be happy then. You're like, yo, they beat the Bulls, but they're doing their thing now. Next series is going to be interesting. Both teams are hot. It's Knicks Heat, right? Knicks Heat? Both of them hot? That's going to be a crazy series. Crazy series, man. A lot of fun, though. But Michael, man, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Vintage So comes in with a 20 and leaves a blank message. I'm going to assume the message either had something that was so absolutely insane that in an instant messenger someone was like, I gotta put a stop to this, and did not allow the message to go through. So Vintage So, thank you so much for the 20. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Man, what a chapter. What a flippin' chapter. Oh, snap. Akash Panda comes in with a 5. Says, forget Divine Departure and Galaxy Impact. Forcing Mihawk and Crocodile into the Pirate King race is the biggest feat in One Piece. Buggy solos. That honestly might be among the greatest and craziest feats and stuff I've seen in One Piece, man. Buggy just forced Mihawk and Crocodile into the Pirate King race. He really did. He really did, man. Those are back-to-back-to-back-to-back insane feats by certain characters. Don't forget the chokeslam now. This dude, Garp, last chapter, chokeslammed Kuzan and created that one hole that's in the earth right now. But Akash Panda, absolutely, man. Thank you for the 5, brother. Vintage So, I appreciate you for the 20, man. I really do. Now that you guys bring up the game, let me put the game on in the background so we can react to this craziness live here. It's 74-47. Oh, yeah, I see your super. Let me go ahead and get to that as well. Let me just turn on my TV here. 74-47, dog. Man. Yo, and I thought they played a great Game 5. But I guess LeBron uses Conquerors hockey because either that or AD's actually playing like AD. Live TV. Still can't believe Golden State lost tonight. 89-59? Bruh! Hey. Hey, them boys are gonna be celebrating. What? That's wild. That is wild, man. So, Akbar J comes in with an IDR 50,000. That's gotta be one of the coolest currencies I've seen. IDR 50,000. Just for heads up, this week is supposed to be a break week due to Golden Week, so no chapter next week. Official will drop next week, then new chapter. So, Akbar J, what you're telling me is next week I can gather myself and we can have a discussion. Matter of fact, Akbar J, now that you say that, if there really is going to be no new chapter next week, I think I know what my plan's going to be next week. If no spoilers drop next week, I think next week is a good time for us to do a stream on like either Friday, Thursday, whatever, like when we normally do our One Piece stuff, where we do a stream and we just talking about the insanity of the final saga so far and our predictions for what's going to happen in the future. I feel like it's a great time to talk about that. I feel like we should do that next week. Man, if there's no chapter next week, that'll give me an opportunity actually to catch up on a lot of stuff. Videos wise. But there's so much One Piece stuff I want to talk about too. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I really do want to do the stream though. So we probably will still do that because there's a lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to the One Piece greatness. A lot of stuff. So, but Akbar J, thank you for letting me know that knowledge. Now I know next week, no chapter. The following week after that, there will be a chapter. So official drops next week because it's Golden Week. Classic Golden Week shenanigans. Oh, Vintage So, I appreciate you. I see your thing, huh? No question, just sending love, my dog. Yo, Vintage So, I appreciate you, man. That means a lot. Thank you. Thank you for just just being like, yo, here you go, dog. That means a lot, man. Thank you, my dog. Thank you. But I'm not gonna take you at face value though, Vintage So. I feel like you might be being forced by Instant Messenger Sama to say that. So I don't know, man. Like Kev the OG says, Himmy Butler, baby. Ronnie Williams, a legend in the street, comes in with a 5 as his cross guild: Wealth, Crocodile, Fame, Buggy, Power, Mihawk. Oh no, I'm sorry. Cross guild, Wealth is Crocodile, Fame is Buggy, Power is Mihawk. Absolutely. Pirate King Buggy inbound. That's actually a really cool way to distribute them. Wealth is definitely Crocodile, and Power without question is Mihawk. 2 Pirate Kings, Luffy, Peace, Main, and Buggy, Morganeer unite. Thoughts? I mean, anything that gets both Buggy and Luffy on Laugh Tale, I'm down for. You know what I mean, Ronnie? But for me, actually, I'd rather Luffy be the Pirate King and Buggy just sit on Emu's throne. Just, let me have that. You know what I mean? Like, if Luffy's going to be king of the pirates, which we all know he's going to be, then let Buggy sit on the flippin' Instant Messenger Sama throne. He's not going to be sitting on that forever. Let Buggy just sit on the big behind throne in the Marijoa. That's what we need, man. That's what we need. But Ronnie, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the 5. You are spitting. Akash Panda. So Akash Panda brings up the arc ranking. I'm still waiting on After Egghead because the arc is going so good that I feel like by the time it ends, it legitimately, because my arc ranking is going to be based on my own list and y'all's list too. So I'm going to wait until Egghead ends, Akash Panda. So that way we have the final chapter of Egghead to solidify our rankings for the arc. Because at this point, Egghead could go as high as like 1. With the craziness happening right now, and we haven't even got to the peak of the arc, I'm going to assume, Egghead legitimately has like top 3 written all over it as a One Piece arc. And because of that, I want to wait until it finishes so I can gather my own thoughts, because ranking arcs for this series is already hard enough as it is. But like for this arc in particular, because I've been loving it so much, I really want to see how high it can go. How high is the ceiling for Egghead Island, right? So I think that's super cool. I just wonder now, when the arc is going to... I mean, no, I'm not going to think about that. Let Egghead keep going. It's going so hard, just let it keep going. Let it keep going. Brandon King says, my headcanon / theory is that perhaps T-Bone looks emaciated because he's from the Pepe Kingdom. So getting himself killed to save the citizens was him helping his town. So you're on the same line of thought as was what was brought up by Red Potato. And if that's the case, Brandon King, I love that idea. And I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with that headcanon as well. Because to me, it's really beautiful. It really is beautiful, and it adds to what took place, like I said, within the middle of the chapter. I love that headcanon, Brandon King. Who was the Larry Bird of the One Piece universe? It's got to be someone that talks trash and then backs it up. Like somebody who talks trash lets you know, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it. Big News Morgans. Bear of Big News Morgan, slow bro. The bear of big news. Yo, what's good, Kev? You're gonna send me something? Ronnie. Ronnie with 5 more gifted memberships. Dog, Ronnie's got to be a Lakers fan. Are you a Lakers fan, Ronnie? He's feeling good. Ronnie's either a Lakers fan, he might be a Man City fan, but you've got to be one of the individuals feeling good. Are you a Sacramento Kings fan? Like, you feeling good, Ronnie? Like, what's going on? Is it just because Oda's peaking? Like, man. Yo, Ronnie's gifted like 30 memberships this stream, dude. Crazy. Crazy stuff, man. He says, "Low, now Oda fan." Gotcha, Ronnie. That's actually the best answer possible. There's nothing better than being an Oda fan. You know, I'm a fan of a lot of sports teams. I really, really am. But nothing compares to being an Oda fan. Nothing compares to being an Oda fan. All right? Yo, Terrible TJ, welcome to the Kingdom of Awesome Sauce, yo. Is that a Lupin profile picture? Great taste. Great taste. Lupin greatness. Buggy fans? Yo, Buggy fans are eating more than sports fans, I can tell you that right now. I don't know if they're eating as much as Lakers fans are tonight, but definitely eating. Definitely eating. But yeah, Terrible TJ, I appreciate you so much, man, for the membership. Where's my phone? Did you send me something, Kev? Oh. Is that Ace Milk Girl? Had an idea to do something called the Bombastic Buggy Bash. Wait, can I read this, Kev? Are you cool with me reading this, or is this confidential information, Kev? Let me know. Is this confidential info? Subra, I like that idea as well. That the man with my flames is the eye patch guy. Like, potentially that'll be the eye patch guy. And whenever we see him, That'll be like how Oda says that we know that the series is coming to an end. Me too, Kev, yo. Me too. Like, yo, straight up. Straight up. So, yo, Kev, I am down for this idea, man. Dude, let's do it. Let's do this Buggy Bash, bro. We've had the Shanks Summit. I mean, I really wish I could have been there for the Sword Summit that Randy had. Unfortunately, I wasn't home. But, hey, if we can have a Buggy Bash, too, dude, I'm so down for that. I'm so down for that, man. Let's have the Buggy Bash next week. Yeah, dude, let's do it. Let's do it. The Buggy Bash over on Kev's channel, ladies and gentlemen, next week. Announcing it here live on stream. Subscribe to Kev DOG because we're doing the Buggy Bash on his channel next week. Hyping up Buggy, man. Yo, listen, man. The 4 Emperors deserve all the hype right now. They are winning. All this lets me know is that Luffy is coming out of Egghead Island with a massive W. Because every Emperor I've seen so far has just caught W's. The Emperors have just caught W's in this arc. Shanks got a W. Blackbeard got a W. Buggy just got a W. The only one left is the King. The King's gotta eat. The King has gotta eat. Ahmad, I like this. So Ahmad says, I think during the flashback will happen in Mighty Joy, it is possible that Oda will show the fight between Admiral Fujitora and Green Bull versus Sabo and a few good men. Shout out to Sabo and a few good men. But yeah, I would love that. I would love for that to at the very least be shown, the skirmish and of course what happened with Cobra. For me, the most interesting thing about that is going to be what truly happened with Cobra, Vivi, and of course, Issemester-sama's the individual, right? Heading to the throne room. It's going to be so awesome. You are flashily invited to the Buggy Bash. Yo, Kev, every single person that you invite to the Buggy Bash, you have to give them that comment Praetorus just said. You are flashily invited to the Buggy Bash. Straight up, dude. Straight up. Lubu Killu says, first and foremost, that's an awesome name. I love the cross guild ship is last laugh idea I heard somewhere. This last laugh. Emphasize more on the last laugh. I think it's very fascinating. Yeah, Gold Slash, that's a great point too. I mean, I know we've been talking about the whole Scopper Gaban thing for so long. I know Zaki's been talking about it for years. But at this point, we really haven't seen him. And like you said, the egg could have the last poneglyph. We don't know. We don't know what that egg has, Which is still wild to me. What really is that egg on Roger's ship? Is it really the poneglyph? Miyako and Crocodile may be disappointed in this chapter. Really, Noor? I mean, I guess I can see where you're coming from. Just in regards to how they reacted, right? Is that what you're disappointed in? The way they reacted in Buggy for or the way they reacted to Buggy declaring he wants to go after the One Piece? Is that what you were disappointed by? Pluto! What's good, Pluto? Yo, not sure if this has been talked about yet. But I find it interesting that Crocodile's goal for Crossguild is Utopia, just like the Alabasta arc. Pluto, that's a great point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. So his plan... That has to be his ultimate dream, then, if he's attempting to do it again. But I
find it interesting the crocodiles go for crossroads with Utopia just like the alabaster. That's a great point. That is a phenomenal point. Dude, I can't wait. I was asked a few weeks ago who would I want a spin-off manga on, and one of the first characters given to me was Crocodile because of stuff like that. He's just such an interesting character. And Super says the same thing, like, what do you think the Utopia is? It's like, at this point, what is the Utopia within the One Piece verse that they were attempting to get to and or create? You know, Big Mom had a similar dream in regards to wanting to create this utopia where many individuals could live in harmony, right? And it sounds like something like that could have been the case back in the day during the Void Century. We actually talked about that on Dak's stream. Shout out to my boy Dak who was in here earlier. Me, him, Kev, and Zaki were talking about how the multiple different races that were in the One Piece verse pre Void Century, and how many of them potentially did live in harmony and could have lived for a certain point in time within a utopia, right? So maybe that is a dream from back then, or it's never actually happened within the verse. But that's Big Mom's definition of utopia. We don't know what Crocodile's definition of a utopia is. Yo, Mist, man. I really, really, really can't wait to get back on both Chihaya Furu and Kingdom. Like, so bad. So bad, man. Like, Chihaya Furu, for sure, those two are the ones I'm going to be reading, without question. Whenever the next time I get an opportunity to, after I finish watching the One Piece episodes, that'll be like my main focus. Chihaya Furu, obviously, I'm so close to the end of the series, and we're in such a great point. But Kingdom, too, man. Yo, I have like 50 chapters to read for Kingdom. It's going to be crazy. Crazy, yo. Facts, Praetors. Don't matter if it's in the Mighty Jar, a phone box, it'll be whatever. Whatever. It's going to be fire. Brendan King says, the idea is the name of the Crossguild ship is the Last Laugh. Oh, so that's what Lubu was saying earlier. See, that is... I love that idea. That's actually a super cool name. The Last Laugh. And it connects. Connects not only to, to Buggy, Joker, Kefka, right? Which is a major influence for Buggy, but I think that's such an interesting name for the Crossguild ship. Vortex says, my theory is Man Marked by Flames is Oda, since Oda writes every chapter with flames. That's a good point, Vortex. Luffy will use Gear 5 to come out of the manga panels to talk to Oda. He will take the Poneglyph stand. Vortex, that might be the best theory I've heard so far. As long as within that same chapter, we also get confirmation that the Man Marked by Flames potentially could be LeBron, considering they're up 32 on the Memphis Grizzlies right now. So, but definitely Vortex, man. That is a fantastic theory. Say Lubu, I see your thing about Love the Crossguild ship is called Last Laugh. I think that's such a cool idea. Such a cool idea. I love how Maddie Wolf 8 just says Gop. 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 Oh, Winston. That's interesting. Well, first and foremost, I appreciate your profile picture, as I always do, for life. But which one of these characters would be most similar to pro wrestlers? I feel like so many of them are similar to pro wrestlers to me. In so many ways. Kaido, to me, the moment I saw him, I was like, that's Brock Lesnar and The Rock fused. You know what I mean? Like, no question. Sanji has been Shawn Michaels to me since I first met him. He's Mr. Sweet Music. You feel me? In terms of promos, the King, Buggy in this chapter cut an incredible promo.
Crocodile's just the classic heel, right? NL, definitely classic heel. A ton of fun there. The heel turn for Lucci. Lucci's definitely one of them as well. And then, of course, the G1 climax back in Dressrosa. That was definitely a massive wrestling reference. Senor Pink and Frankie, for sure. Frankie was hitting Kurt Angle. And I'm not talking about regular Kurt Angle. I'm talking about Kurt Angle. TNA Impact. Prime Kurt Angle German suplexes. I mean, he was filthy. My boy Frankie was going in, man. And because I know Oda's such a massive wrestling fan, I know at least a few of these characters have to have been influenced by certain wrestlers, for sure. Certain techniques, certain finishers, undoubtedly. But the One Piece character to me that's the most similar to a pro wrestler will always be Kaido. Kaido was Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and The Rock in one person. It's wild. It's wild, man. Oh, snapper. So Red Potato comes in. Oh, look at that Nolan profile pics. I want a Nolan spin-off manga showing his adventure. Not Nolan, Kilgara. I bet Kilgara. I read Nolan in your thing by that Kilgara. I want a Nolan spin-off manga showing his adventure. I think that would be awesome. Similar to the Crocodile thing, similar to Rox and Roger and all those awesome Garp. Nolan would be awesome. Very tragic ending to his story. But a Nolan spin-off would be really cool. Really cool. Yo, Drums. What is good? Yo, Drums. Thank you. I'm just going to say that. Just thank you. Keep me updated. We'll leave it at that. But let me tell you how, when you told me certain things, I can't even begin to explain how happy I was. So just keep me updated on that end, man. Hope everything's well with you. Oh, no, Noor, I can understand that. It's weird with those two characters. Like, I definitely see your perspective, and it was definitely not a good look to see them sweating. Definitely not a good look. By the way, Rare Potato, thank you. Thank you for the 2. With Crocodile and Mihawk, it's so interesting to me because Mihawk obviously is a character who we know values ambition and values other individuals who chase after something that's massive, right? So I was not expecting that type of reaction whenever he told everyone about it. So I wonder if that reaction between Crocodile and Buggy, or between Crocodile and Mihawk, was actually for Buggy proclaiming that to everyone outside of the plans that they had in store, or if it simply was something as, like you said, where they're intimidated / not excited. Because even Mihawk was like, yo, what's going on? Are you really planning on taking on Red Hair, Blackbeard, and Monkey D? And to me, it's like, well, obviously Mihawk can do that. So it's like, well, then why pose those questions there? It was more so for me of like a of a question of like, is there logic behind this? You know, like, should we really be doing this? But you're absolutely right. There was a better way to show that outside of the panels of them looking shook. You know what I mean? So I definitely see where you're coming from. Rafi says there seems to be a translation debate around the Mihawk line where he talks about going on after the other. Oh, okay, so it could have been a translation thing. Did the what are they called again? Did OP Scan say something differently when it comes to Mihawk? Can't wait, Drums. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready for the peak. Oh, Adam Bell, I love that. Adam Bell says, "What if Shanks inherited Roger's power and Buggy inherited his luck?" I think that's such a cool call out, Adam Bell. Really cool. Derek of Rivia, what's good? He always says, "Hey Recon, does this chapter basically confirm Big Mom is out of the running? The way her and Kaido left out of the combo in the chapter has me worried we may not be getting her Elbaf arc." I think the reason why they weren't brought up, Derek, is because no one knows within the verse what they're up to. I think they're out of the race regardless, but in terms of them coming back into the story, I think they're gonna come back into the story. Big Mom for sure. Kaido, I personally I want to see him again just because I love Kaido. But if he's gone, then he had his finest hour, all right. But both characters, I think, especially Big Mom, we're gonna see them again. As far as them being in the running, though, I think the individuals in the running for the Pirate King. For the title of Pirate King, we've already seen them. 109 to 73 in regards to Buggy, Blackbeard, Luffy, and Shanks. So it really does feel like Big Mom and Kaido are not going to be in the race anymore. But if they do get introduced back into it, then I look forward to seeing how Oda would handle something like that. And it would probably be on an Elbaf. So don't count her out just yet, Derek. Dude, Winston, me too. So when Dressrosa was happening weekly, one of the reasons why I started my channel is because that was when I was really getting invested in New Japan. I went through like my Ring of Honor heavy period during like Kevin Steen and El Generico and the boys were rocking through in like the 2010, right before they went to NXT, right? So like when they were doing the thing, I was really invested in Ring of Honor. I watched a lot of them. So when they left and there was like the dead period of Ring of Honor, like pre NXT, I that's whenever I really started getting into New Japan. And man, I remember I was getting invested in New Japan. That was around the time when Okada and Tanahashi had their first Wrestle Kingdom main event, and I was getting invested in the boys. I was really enjoying it. Then Oda came out of nowhere and drops the flippin' G1 climax in One Piece. I was like, no! That was one of the major reasons why I was like, man, I gotta talk about One Piece, dude. Because it was already, Dressrosa was already so exciting. It has one of the best introductions to the entire series. But the flipping G1 climax in One Piece is like the coolest thing ever. It really, really is. So I still love the fact that Oda did that Coliseum thing, at least for the wrestling fans. At least for the wrestling fans, right? Because I know how much he loves that stuff. So I just thought it was super cool. If Frankie suplexes San Juan, it would be insane. Oh, really, Subra? Man, but I'm not gonna be caught up in time, Subra, man. I'll be caught up by the end of next week. I'm gonna see how many episodes I can watch tomorrow. How many episodes behind am I? Hold on. Let me go on Crunchyroll. Hold on, Subra. Let me double check here. Let me double check. One Piece Wa. Dude, that Armored Core 6 trailer had me. I was like, oh. I was going crazy, man. Because let me see. Look at Buggy here. A terrifying, mysterious power, Captain Buggy. Oh man, my flippin' boy. So, okay, so last episode I watched was 10:50. What? 2? What was the last episode I watched? Was it the Conqueror's Coding episode? Did I watch the Sanji episode? Dude, I'm so behind, I don't remember. So, where's my phone? I can't tell. Because right here, it's not telling me, because I'm not logged in, which episodes I watched. Let me go to... This is how you know, guys. I have to go check my videos to see What was the last One Piece episode I watched? This has been so long, man. Let me see. The last episode I watched was episode 1054. That's right, because that flippin' Sanji and Queen episode was gas. And the Killer episode was awesome too. So 1054. So 1055, 1056, 1057, 1058, 1059. It's 5 episodes. Could I watch by 1060, you said? I don't know if I'll be able to watch all of them tomorrow. I can try. I'll watch as many as I can, but I'm not gonna hold out for it. I'll try as hard as I can though. I'll try as hard as I can. Can't wait to be caught back up to the anime. Rafi, you know something? I've been thinking about that as well. After in the middle, and I do think so. I don't think Luffy would ever laugh at anyone who goes after the title of Pirate King. I just think that he would treat him a little differently. Though if he does laugh at him, that'd be hilarious. So I'm actually interested in seeing how Luffy would, but I do think he will take him seriously because he knows what it is to declare something like that, right? Yo, you guys know better than I do. Y'all said 1054. Y'all know way better than me. Oh, man. Oh, here we go with drums. Basically, TCB stated, Mihawk saying, you expect us to go after the Emperors. And OP Scan said, are you telling us you will go after the Emperors? TCB is correct. Sandman confirmed. Oh, you got the Sandman cosign? Hey, bet. Sandman cosign. So, what is the difference? You expect us to go after the Emperors, and OP Scan says, are you telling us you will go after the Emperors? Okay. It's a great point as well, Mist. Mist brings up a great point. And that's exactly what I was feeling about it too, right? Like, Crocodile doesn't want anything interfering with his plans, first and foremost. And Miyagi doesn't care. That's why I was like, yeah, man, let's see some greatness. Yeah, it's like, they already don't want to be working for the guy, telling me they gotta go deal with the goats of the verse. For no reason, too? Gold Slash, that fascinates me. So Gold Slash is, S-Clown is going to have the potential bug he wished he had. The one that could have rivaled Shanks. I believe more and more he's going to end up with his Seraphim. So the S-Hawk ending up with Buggy. That's an interesting scenario. And Tay, I agree with you. I love what the chapter did for Buggy as well. It was so good. Loved the Shank stuff as well. Yo, me too. I love Cody. I cannot wait for that new Armored Core. And the thing is, I never even got the chance to play the because I've been trying to figure out, because I played two when I first got my PS2. I had it with 2 Armored Core games because I bought my PS2 and it came with like a pack. You know, you guys remember back in the day, they would have like these little things of CDs, right? I bought mine off of my friend who was selling this PS2. He had like this little like case of a bunch of separate games. Excuse me, the PS2 itself came with Frequency. Shout out to Frequency. And a demo for, I forgot what Madden it was. But he had this case of PS2 games. and out of there was 2 Armored Core games. I played those Armored Core games, and I've been trying to figure. I have to go on YouTube and just figure out which ones it are. I think it was. I have to look at it, but the 2 that I played so much. So I'm very much looking forward to playing this new Armored Core. It looks so cool. And then in the blog post I read earlier today, they were talking about no, it was yesterday. They were talking about how they want the boss battles to feel massive and grand. You can tell in the trailer. The boss battles look insane. Insane. I think first week of May we get Ifrit Janbei. That's next week, right? Yeah, that sounds accurate. Oh, Lubu, that's interesting. So every time I say your name, Lubu, I think of Wolong. King James W, Lakers W, Memphis packed up. Let's get it, let's go, yo. So now the Lakers are gonna be able to relax and chill, wait for the Golden State Sacramento series to end. Man, smoked Dylan Brooks pack, AR-15. Yo, them boys gotta be hyped. 125 to 85, man. It's like, that's crazy. That's a 40-point blowout, dude. Goodness gracious. But, yo, Lubu, that's such a fascinating idea. The Dr. Hogback worked with Vegapunk in the creation of Kuma. The genius of Dr. Hogback duped with the organ simulation giant. That's so true. What better knowledge source than Hogback? Great way to introduce him back into the story. Slovro, Buggy definitely has a crazy behind fruit ability, man. Like a really, really crazy fruit ability. To be honest, TCB doing a great job as good. No, I trust my boys at TCB. There's a reason why I've stuck with them for so long. I not only mess with the people at TCB, I genuinely love their translations. I just think they capture the spirit of the story so well. So that'll always be my go-to, man. No matter what. Shout out to my boys. They really have Matty Wolf. TCB's been good to the boys, man. I have not watched the Mario movie yet, Sorrow. I really want to watch it. 80 had a 5-point block. I mean, a 5-block game. Brother, that man has been eating. He has had, bro, just in this series alone, he had to have had more than like 20-something blocks. Crazy. I will be there, says they made me too. Man, yeah, it's super. I cannot wait to watch that the chapter 1031 adaptation. Praetors, I watched that whole OP Scans TCB stream. They did a stream together, and they discussed combining their OP Scan teams in the future. We could get TCB scans plus full color chapters on Wednesday for Final Saga. What? Wait, seriously? What in the world did I miss while I was gone? OP Scans TCB did a stream discussing combining their scan teams. That's kind of wild. I was not expecting to see that. I was not expecting to see that. Yeah, facts, Salvador Shah. It's gonna be a good month for the anime, man. Oh man, Rafi, bro. That's a hard question, man. That's a really hard question. So Rafi just asked me to rank the last 4 chapters. I feel like I might honestly have to wait and answer your question on like the afterthoughts. That's a hard question, man. On the spot. Obviously, my bias for Shanks and Blackbeard is so strong. It really is. It really is. I had been waiting my entire existence as a One Piece fan to see what I saw in 1079 and 1080. Those 2 chapters were so special. But 1081 and 1082. 1082 captured the character interactions to make the series so special. And had Dragon and Sabo plus Buggy, Mihawk, and Crocodile greatness in the chapter. 1081 had the Kuzan reveal we have been waiting for ever since chapter 720. With Blackbeard greatness. Rafi, I'll get back to you on that. I can't answer it on the spot. It's too hard. It's too hard. It's too hard. It's too hard. I love those 4 chapters. We are on a stretch of legend. We are on a stretch of legend, man. Yo, Rafi, you caught me off guard with that question, man. I'll like I said, I'll get back to you in the afterthoughts. I need some time to think about that question. I need some time to think about that. That's a great question, man. I'm gonna go a whole video on that dude because it's just he's been going crazy, man. These last 4 chapters have been special, like all time Final Saga Oda special. Yo, Gold Slash, have a good one. Yeah, yo, Sakamoto Days has been going crazy, man. Catch up to that greatness. Yo, Recon. Nothing but love, man. Nothing but love. Also unrelated, but you have to watch the new Transformers trailer. There's a new Transformers trailer. If you're a fan of the cartoons. It's a cartoons Transformers trailer? No way. No flippin' way, dude. Wait, are you being for real? Dude, I've been completely off. Transformers? Rise of the Beasts. Is this what you're talking about? Holy flag, there's a new Transformers movie coming out. Yo, is that the one you're talking about, Recon? Whoa! Orange! Just when I was about to say we're going to bed. Just when I was about to say we are going to sleep. Our end is like, yo, we're gifting 10 memberships. Man. Yo. Dang. Yo, our end, thank you for stopping by and gifting another 10 members. You are insane, our end. You are insane. Thank you, yo. Thank you. God, man, these chapters were so good. Yeah, Dochi, it's tough. I respect that ranking. I really, really do. It's tough. It's tough. 1079 is probably my favorite too. But I gotta think about that. Hold on. Let me watch the Transformers trailer real quick. Let's do this live reaction. Excuse me. Transformers Rise of the Beast, 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Oh my god, dude. Look at Bumblebee. time. Oh, shoot. It's 94. It's coming in June. Oh, shoot. Man. No, they got the Avengers pose going here at the end. Dog, they are boxing for real. I'm in shock. Dude, I'm in shock. I did not know that we were getting a new Transformers movie. Man, you know something, y'all. The voice of Optimus Prime in Peter Cullen is a real legend, man. That is insane. That is insane, man. This dude has been doing it for so long, man. For so long. Our end, once again, you're a G, yo. You're a real G. Yeah, no, Recon, when I was watching the trailer, I was like, man, it truly did remind me of the cartoons that I used to watch for Transformers. It looked so good, dude. Vega Force 1 time we copy Vegapunk's whole flow. Facts. Yeah, Karthik, it's crazy. 4 chapters without the Strats in them. But it's been so good. So good. Same, I need a hype Luffy chapter soon. Whenever it happens. I'm good with us being around the world for now. Yo, RN comes in, membership for 8 months, says late, but I was here. The amazing way Oda has been showing different perspectives of what dreams mean to different key characters is just genius. RN, that's a great point. I've been really enjoying how he's been doing that, but in particular, like you said, showcasing what dreams mean to different characters, especially after the dreams and desires stuff brought up by Vegapunk. It's hit a little different. And now seeing that through several different characters, especially from our Yonko, right? I think that's very interesting. In last chapter, we saw what the foundation of Blackbeard's crew is. In 1079 and 1076, we were able to get more insight into Shanks and his crew's philosophy that we got back in chapter 1. Luffy, we know what he's all about, but we continue to get more stuff from that in Naked Island. But Buggy in this chapter, to get that, I think was just so awesome. I legitimately think that getting something like that and him declaring his dream in that type of way was so necessary. And I can't wait for more for Buggy. In that regard, obviously he's going to be still used for comedic relief as he should be. He's hilarious, but that stuff in particular to me is so interesting and so key for, like Praetorius brought up earlier with the recontextualization of his of his character into being a classic romantic dreamer that he's always been, right? Especially looking back at the Davy Jones treasure and him going on this journey for that. But to see him really state that in this week's chapter, it hit different. And I look forward to seeing how the anime plays on that scene whenever we get to it. Yeah, Nasty Ninja, no, the animation was awesome. Yeah, let me get some Luffy hype soon. But Aaron, thank you so much. That is a great point. A great point. And I've been appreciating how Oda has been doing that lately. But let me tell you something this. Oh, it's like Sammy Zayn. I gotcha. My bad. That's on me. That's on me. Have you watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shows? Dude, Vortex. Let me tell you how big of a fan I am of TMNT. At the very least of the old shows I used to watch when I was a kid. You know when the new game dropped? Me and my friends got together and played through almost that entire game in like one night. the most recent one that dropped, the arcade game. That thing was so much fun, dude. The TMNT, I believe it's the 2003 series. We watched so much, man. I flipping those. That was one of those shows, man. A lot of love for the TMNT franchise. Yeah, dude, Winston, that's the thing. So before I pack up for tonight, because we are going to be ending this soon. Yo, it's already 1:30 a.m. What an awesome stream. But it just felt so good to be talking about One Piece again, man. Like I said, since I finished my finals today, I feel like the shackles are off and we finally got to talk about greatness. So before we end the stream tonight, I want to go off of what Winston said, because Winston brings up a great point. I think that, and I said this earlier too, Oda's showing all of this right now because when we get back to Egghead, something is going to happen on Egghead that's going to drastically change the course of the story. And I look forward to seeing what that is. Obviously, it leads into the major incident, regardless of what happens, right? Something big is going to happen. And whatever leads us into post-Egghead is going to be some of the craziest stuff, if not the craziest stuff we've experienced in the series up to this point. Which is why we need all of this. We need all of this context before we see all of that. So, when we cut back to Egghead, we obviously still have Kizaru and St. J. Garcia Saturn hitting there, and all the ships. The 100 ships. We still have the Jewelry Bonnie Kuma flashback that's incoming. And Insanity with Dr. Vegapunk and the game of Among Us they're playing there and everything. So, crazy stuff is holding on. Blackbeard, Lafitte, and Katarina Devon showing up, right? So, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening on Egghead. Going back to what I was saying earlier, I do wonder if what Oda is planning is giving all the Emperor's W's here to start off the final saga. So, with that being said, the biggest W has got to go to the king. If I saw Shanks one-shot Kid and Killer, Blackbeard taking out Law, and now Buggy just declaring he's going to go after the One Piece, the only Emperor left to get a major W is my king. So I wonder what Oda has in store for Luffy. Obviously, we have this stuff when it comes to the Gorosei, a potential Celestial Dragon Punch with Garcia Saturn, him boxing Kizaru, them managing to get out of this entire scenario alive and well is a W in and of itself. But him having an Emperor level moment here on Egghead is going to be so key. And regardless of whether the Straw Hats get an L, but Luffy takes a W in terms of the way that he's portrayed coming off of this, I'm interested in seeing how Oda plays around with that, because it really does feel like every Emperor is catching a W. So if every Emperor is getting hyped up and Luffy's being saved for last, then I'm so curious. Especially now that we saw Dragon at the end of this chapter. Because I thought one of these chapters was going to be Dragon himself moving. Dragon's not moving. Sabo came to him. So, unless next chapter is called, Sabo something, or Emu, or whatever it is, I'm going to assume next chapter we're back on Egghead. And if that's the case, man, it's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. But we'll be talking more about that stuff later on next week. Vortex, yes, man. I cannot wait to stream on Twitch again. Can't wait to play some more greatness. Hopefully we'll be able to get back on that as soon as possible, at least for the next 2 weeks. Like I said, I'll have a little more free time due to being off of class for the next 2 weeks. So we'll definitely try to stream on Twitch, especially when One Piece spoilers aren't out, right? So, Recon, I love that idea. Excuse me, for having a ship called the Black Pearl. I think that's super cool. The Black Pearl, man. Hey, let's get Johnny Depp in here too, dude. The Shredder episodes, Vortex, man. Shout out to that. Luffy hype slow, bro. Spider-Verse and Transformers coming out within the weeks of each other is gonna be crazy. Yo, One Piece University, what's good, yo? Super, my first introduction to the world, like, of anime, is it like anime series and stuff? Dude, Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z in particular. Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Gundam Wing, Ronin Warriors. What else aired at the time? Flippin' Pokemon, obviously. Out of those. And then later I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! And Hakusho and all that stuff. But at the very beginning, Doc, Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z. I still am a massive tard of both of those series. But man, 5:30 in the morning before school, I was there. It wasn't 6:30. Whatever it was. They would air Sailor Moon in the morning. And then they would air it again at nighttime. Or at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. I was there. No matter what. Sailor Moon, Gundam Wing, Dragon Ball. It's my jam right there, man. I still have my Gundam Wing VHS, as a matter of fact. Even though these are my DVDs, but dude, whole series. I love me some Gundam Wing, man. DBZ, Gundam Wing, and Sailor Moon, man. That's how I got into this stuff. Stream started at 4 a.m. Now it's 6:26. Still going strong with you. I appreciate you, Noor, man. Thank you so much for being here, even though it's so early in the morning. No, Nasty Ninja, they did not Lucy me for Twitch. No, they didn't Lucy me. It was just that I haven't had the opportunity to go back to streaming on Twitch in a little while. But I'm definitely planning on going back soon. Because I miss it. I miss playing games and talking about greatness with y'all. Wonder what Shank's dream is, though. I feel like this kind of sets up Buggy to be the one discovered together with us readers. And Arend, that would be a very interesting scenario. Obviously, I still expect us to see it through the POV of the Straw Hats, but I think Buggy being there would be very interesting. And something that I would love to see. Yeah, Praetorus, that's crazy. I did not know that. And in volume 60? That's wild. Luffy's gonna jump rope St. J. Garcia Saturn Kizaru as a scarf, as he should. Yo, just wearing them. Gear 5? Oh, dude, I would mark out, man. Mark out. Yo, Coron Brown, me too, bro. My first time watching Sailor Moon, I was actually, God, man, I was really young. But I can tell you, I made sure to learn my planets coming off that, man. You know what I mean? And I learned how to look fresh too, dog. Tuxedo mask. I learned I had to look fresh to impress the ladies, dog. You feel me? I had to look fresh. Tuxedo mask taught me that, man. Tuxedo mask. Detective Conan, dude, Rafi, I'm still caught up to that Conan greatness. I gotta read the latest chapter. I think it came out. Still caught up to that Conan greatness, man. Love that series. But yeah, all right, y'all. It is 1:30 a.m. I appreciate y'all for still being here. I know I was super late, but y'all came out and supported, as y'all always do. Nothing but love to everybody who became memberships in the stream. Everybody who super chatted. Everybody who just stopped by and watched and had a good time. Special love to RN and Ronnie Williams for gifting like 40 memberships to stream. Y'all were crazy. Even though, like I said, we were super late. So I appreciate y'all, man. It was a ton of fun. Next week, like I said, looking forward to catching back up to the anime for One Piece. And then my next opportunity to record, I would love to sit down, whether it be pre-recorded or live, and just Chihaya Fudu and Kingdom. Really want to do that. And then whether it be, I know I want to have the Buggy Bash with my dog Kev over on his channel. But I also really want to have a discussion here on this channel with you guys, talking about the future of this series, the final saga so far, because it has been wild, and I would love to have the opportunity for us to sit down and talk about that. So we'll see what happens. A lot of stuff we need to get to. We'll take it one step at a time. I also have a couple collaborations that I want to get to too, that I have in the works. So we'll see what happens, but it's gonna be a fun next couple of days. I'll see y'all. Take care. The One Piece is real, and it is going to be wild from here on out, as it has been throughout this entire final saga. I just can't believe this week's chapter gave us what it gave us, man. Incredible, incredible stuff. So, thank y'all. Nothing but love to everybody in the chat. And, God, man. What a chapter, dude. Buggy greatness. Sabo, bro. He looks so fresh. Shout out to Recon Dumpty, and, of course, the cow pig thing, you know, because those things